Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most important red carpet event of the year! The annual Wristwatch Awards ceremony, presented by Next on the Wrist!
Thank you. So welcome along to the annual Wristwatch Awards ceremony. 2023 has been a hell of a year in the watch world. We had Swatch giving us a $500 disposable watch that is not serviceable, is not repairable, and will probably end up in landfill or back in the ocean floating around. At least maybe in 2029, Oris can recycle it into a nice dial. 2023 was also the year that Rolex decided to target a much younger audience with their releases. May as well get them started early on, and then you've got more profit and more custom for life. And how could we forget Omega, giving us the 6,000 meter Seamaster Ultra Deep, perfectly timed in a year where deep sea diving and homemade submersibles have been all the rage. On to the awards, that's what you're here for. Either that or you've left YouTube on autoplay, in which case I apologise. The first award today is going to be the micro brand of the year. And the nominations are, first up, Venezianico. And this was a year I think they really refined their product. They released some fantastic editions of the Nearide, including Qatar special editions, Saudi Arabia special editions. They released their Ultra Black in a 36mm, as well as an awesome aventurine dial with the tungsten bezel. These watches are beautifully finished. I've owned 3 of them, and I'm happy to see this brand achieving so much success. Second is Yema, and I think this might be right on the limit of what a micro brand is or isn't, but for now I'm considering them still as a micro brand. They've got their own in-house calibers now. They added a tourbillon, which, although out of my price range, is a fantastic achievement for them. Lots of model updates and refinements, as well as an awesome racing partnership with the Alpine Endurance team. I think it's been a great year for Yema. And finally, a smaller brand now, it's Ticino. They're based in Sweden. They released the Windseeker earlier this year, which I thought was a fantastic release. And in addition to the Windseeker, they've refined the shell back massively, taken on board feedback from customers. And as someone who owns a Ticino and is also in their Facebook group, I don't have any complaints. And I seldom see any complaints from other customers. They seem to be really hitting the nail on the head. And so that's why they're the third nomination in this category. And the winner of my micro brand of the year is Venezianico. Congratulations. Or, as they say in Italy,
Congratulazioni.
Congratulazioni. Right, the next award is for the best AliExpress watch. And although I've bought less this year, I do still like to dabble and stay up to date on what is coming out from Shenzhen. And the 2 nominations in this category are as follows. The gorgeous San Martin original designed GMT with this ripple effect dial. This one is beautifully finished, and it's so nice to see San Martin really migrating to more and more original designs. And next up is the Boltony chronograph. This is a vintage aviation style pilot's watch. I absolutely love it. It wears really nicely, it's perfectly finished. It's a really nice little package. I think it punches way above its weight in terms of pricing. And if you're in the market for this style of watch, I would highly recommend checking this one out. And the winner of this prestigious award for the best AliExpress watch is the Boltony chronograph. I honestly don't believe if you're looking for a pilot's watch, you need to look any further or spend any more money. This one has got everything that you need. The next category is a difficult one. It's the best watch YouTube channel. Super competitive, so difficult to pick one when you've got legends like Just One More Watch and TGV still delivering phenomenal quality every single time. I had to pick just 3 channels that I've enjoyed the most this year, and so my nominations are as follows. First up is Peter Kotzer. Now this channel, I absolutely love the videography. The quality of the shots, the lighting is just amazing, and I think you can really tell Peter has a history in photography and is a professional photographer based on the way he sets it up and makes it look effortless. Nomination 2 is You're Terrific. I love the commentary on this channel, the dry sarcasm and the subtle wit. It keeps me engaged, and of course, great editing and great quality all round. And finally, Ben's Watch Club. Not just reviews, but branching out with some really interesting videos this year. There was the tests on the case hardness, the tests on the different types of watch crystals, and of course, the awesome Spaghetti Scametti fashion watch campaign. And the winner of the best YouTube channel of the year is Ben's Watch Club, and it had to be with Spaghetti Scametti. So much creativity went into this, creating a mock fashion brand, actually selling the watches, getting them designed, producing them, and all of the amazing tongue-in-cheek marketing material around this. Cheers to you, Ben. That was awesome. The next award is one that you absolutely do not want to win. This is the Watch Industry of the Year award. There was only one nomination here, and no one else or nothing else could come close. Of course, the winner is the Timepiece Gentleman, putting the con into consignment. Less said about this guy, the better, and let's hope everybody who got mugged off gets their watch or their money back. The next award is the worst take of the year, and the 3 nominations for this award are as follows. First of all, Houdinki with their bonkers articles on how to wear your watch, kindly pointed out, at least to me, by the Time Teller with his excellent video on this. I went back, looked through these articles, and had a good chuckle reading them. Houdinki really does seem to be moving away from its core audience, but I'm not sure that it's captured the fashion audience that it seems to so desperately want. Number 2, Nico Leonard's take on Bulova. The watch tier list was going oh so well until Bulova came out to be ranked.
Bulova, we're just gonna go quickly, shade. I'm just like, Bulova back in the day was the daddy, right? And every year it's the same thing, it's shade.
And finally, Kevin O'Leary on Teddy Baldessar's channel. Don't get me wrong, I thoroughly enjoy watching the collaborations between Kevin and Teddy. They're entertaining and they're great views. But every now and then, as a viewer, you do feel like multimillionaires are slightly out of touch with the average watch buyer.
People do not make the assumption they can get even one watch for $12,500.
Okay, that was technically 2022, so it will just be down to the 2 that can actually win this one. And the winner of the worst take of the year is Nico Leonard. Nico, what is going on with Bulova? Too many Stroopwafels and that sugar rush has clouded your judgment, I think. Bulova's catalogue now has the Oceanographer GMT, which full lume dial, phenomenal. You've got the high precision quartz in the Jetstar with the perfectly smooth sweeping seconds hand. You've got the Moonwatch in a reduced size and in 2 colorways. If you like futuristic stuff, you've got the Curve series. And all of these watches are at a price that's affordable, and this is from a historic brand. What more do you want from Bulova? This is a big one, brand of the year. And it was difficult because there's actually been so many great releases in 2023, but I've narrowed it down to 4 brands. First up, a brand that can seemingly do no wrong is Longines. This year, they've given us a Hydro Conquest GMT. They've refined the Legend Diver into something that looks borderline perfection. They've given us a 39mm Zulu time, and it just seems every release at the moment from Longines is an absolute killer, and the prices in the category they're in are really, really reasonable. Next up is Tag Heuer, and this is a brand I think they've got their mojo back. It seemed like they were lost a few years ago, but looking at the 60s Carrera released this year, the Porsche and Chronosprint collaboration, the Skipper, which I think is an absolute stunner, and the Monza, which shows they can still go a bit crazy and have some fun, albeit not everyone's cup of tea. I think Tag Heuer is back. Next up is Seiko, and I do think sometimes we hold them to a higher standard than other watch brands, but if you look at their 2023, it's quite remarkable. There's the brand new Alpinist, there's the Prospex GMT Automatics, there's the Prospex Navigator, there's the Solar Flyer GMTs, there's the Speed Timer, and of course, that awesome vintage Seiko 5 reissue. They've had an amazing year. And finally, Islander. For me, Islander is a phenomenal brand. I've had a few, and for sure I'll buy a few more. They've got a superb variety, lots of original designs, lots of homages if that's your bag. They're really nicely built, they're well made, There's great customer service. If you ever need support, they're quick to get back to you and they help resolve any issues. And I think it's something that the majority of people can afford to have fun with. So the winner and my brand of the year is Seiko. It had to be Seiko. There's just so many great releases at so many different price points. I think it's been an amazing year for Seiko. Let's hope for more of the same from Seiko next year. And the final category is, of course, Watch of the Year. And the nominations for this are as follows. First up is the Bulova Jetstar. This is the high precision quartz, the precisionist movement. I picked one of these up recently and I am in awe. It's incredibly accurate, it's beautifully finished, and I absolutely love every aspect of it. Next up is the Christopher Ward Bel Canto, and you can't have ignored this watch in 2023. To take something that is apparently not affordable and put it within touching distance is no mean feat, and you've really got to say hats off to Christopher Ward for nailing what people would have said is the impossible. And last but definitely not least is the Doxa 300T Clive Cussler. Now, I didn't know anything about this until I saw it on Mark's channel over at Long Island Watch, and the more I look at it, the more it just blows my mind. It has so much charm. It looks like it's been around the world. It's a distressed look, but I don't think it looks tacky. I think it's actually pulled it off. It's the first time I've seen a faux aged watch that I actually want to buy. And the winner of my Watch of the Year 2023, it has to be the Bel Canto from Christopher Ward. The production and engineering that's gone into this to achieve the price point for me is phenomenal. I'm in awe at this watch. I hope I will pick one up one day. It's definitely on my list of grails. And yes, big ups to Christopher Ward. And with that, we've reached the end of the awards. So I look forward to you joining me again this time next year for another review and another dishing out of trophies. I'm sure you're all furiously typing in the comments to let me know exactly what I've got wrong and what I've missed out on. I look forward to reading the comments and replying to as many as I can. If you did enjoy the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and also subscribing and hitting the bell icon for notifications. It helps out more than you can possibly imagine as a small channel. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you to my returning viewers as always, and have a fantastic new year. Something in my eye.